Now then, now then. Wow, Ibrahim. To be fair, mate, I am late. You're on time. I appreciate it. Terrible. I'm late to my own show. Poor time management, that's what that is. Morning, mate. Focus. Is the pixel not focusing? Okay, now it is. Yeah, morning. We're back on stream again. 2 days in a row. What's that about? What is that about? Let me just check we're actually live over on YouTube right now. We are. Whew. Phew. Well, we had Google I/O yesterday, last night. Lots about AI. It was a great event. We saw the Pixel Fold. We saw the Pixel 7a. We saw the Pixel Tab. Probably going to talk more about the Fold today because, yeah, that needs to be talked about a little bit. There's very mixed opinions on it. Very mixed opinions. There's more things coming out afterwards from people getting hands-on. And, yeah, I'm not as positive about it as I was initially, so we'll get into that. And at least after that, I woke up this morning and there was lots of videos of the Xperia 1 Mark V, which I was very excited about. So that was fantastic. Much earlier than 5. Much earlier than what? Oh, Jimmy's here. Hey, Jimmy. Sorry, I thought it had stopped working for a second. Just mic check. Can you guys see me, hear me? Can you hear me? Just double checking. I thought something had gone wrong. That was really strange. Unfortunately, yes. Wow. Wow. Well, how about that? Right, as I was saying, I woke up after the Pixel event, obviously. Pixel event, Google I/O. Wasn't really a Pixel event. We got mention of Pixels. And I was very happy to find lots of Xperia 1 Mark V videos. We're going to watch the announcement of that and just go through it, just talk a little bit, and just go over the reaction on Twitter at the moment to the Xperia 1 Mark V. Same old, probably. From what I've seen, it is anyway. But the Pixel Fold reaction is very, very interesting. It is very, very interesting. I'm still very, very unsure about the Pixel Fold. Congrats, Jim, by the way. He's ordered a Pixel 7a. He's ordered a Pixel 7a. Jimmy, we are staying hydrated, mate. I've got myself a lovely brew. Do you like my Boofle mug? It's my mug, that. It's because I've got a heart of gold. Oh, definitely need it as well. And yeah, let's have a quick look at the reaction on. Let's have a quick look at the reaction to the Pixel Fold on Twitter at the moment. Let me just screen cap it for you. Boosh. So obviously, first thing that comes up, we've got Mr. Michael Fisher. That's from 15 hours ago. He's got his little hands on. And his video, which I recommend you check out. And then he released some facts overnight, that a little thread of things from his hands on. So the Pixel Fold actually sometimes it doesn't actually fold flat. They sometimes have to force it a little bit to do that. Just because of the way they've designed the hinge to be really firm, like at all angles. So some people have been complaining about that. As it says here, it's a high friction hinge for rigid positioning. And then the big bezel. So this is to do with the hinge mechanism, apparently. IPX8 rating on the Fold, which is pretty impressive because that teardrop crease, apparently it does, that design does make it more difficult to get water resistance, but they've managed to do it. So cracking stuff. And then just showing the crease. I've never been bothered by the creases. I mean, I had the Galaxy Fold 4. The crease never bothered me at all. It never bothered me at all. But this is how it sort of looks by comparison. I just kind of think the crease is very, very similar. But I feel like the screens tend to, the actual bits that are supposed to be completely flat don't look completely flat in places. Especially when I saw it at the presentation, it looked really, really reflective. More reflective than I expected. So but there's a lot of people pretty unhappy with the price, I think. I mean, everybody was unhappy with the price anyway, but, you know. It's like we said on the stream last night, it's going to be expensive to produce just because they're not making that many. What's that? I'm now 450 quid skinned because of Dan. Don't blame me. By the way, guys, a like on the stream would be appreciated. Thank you. Don't blame me. Blame Google for releasing a blue phone that you wanted, right? Ibrahim, you know Blam? Someone I've streamed with on this channel multiple times. He has just ordered, because he is an employee, works for EE, which is BT. He's just ordered one of those phones at that price. It's an absolute bargain. It's an absolute bargain. I just want to have a check to see if we can find some like regular comments from people rather than just the announcements and showing the specs. So David Cogan there, the unlocker, just going over the general specs there. 120 Hz inner and outer displays, 12 gigs of DDR5 RAM. I think that battery size is very impressive. 4821 mAh with 30-watt charging. Speeds don't tend to be that high on foldables anyway. I mean, Samsung definitely aren't any higher than that. 4,800 plus is pretty big for a battery on a foldable. I think that's pretty impressive. But then we are running Tensor G2, so how impressive is that battery life going to be? Probably not that impressive. I imagine it's going to be very similar to a Fold 4. That would be my guess. And cameras will be solid. Cameras will be solid, but the sensors aren't anything to write home about. The case. Is that an official case, is it? Looked quite nice in that case, actually. Any other... click to latest and see if there's anything. Oh God, what's just happened? Any comments from regular people? Oh look, there's us. People just think it's bad hardware being hyped by YouTubers. I've seen a lot of people that have been complaining about hardware though, so it's not surprising. Hey, there's your phone, Jim. Lots of Japanese talk at the minute. It's just because of the time of day, I think. Yeah, how Pixel gave the $499 Pixel 7a and the $1799 Pixel Fold the same chip. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Like, Jim's just ordered his Xperia. Sorry, his Xperia. I've got Xperia on the brain, mate. It's Pixel 7a. And it has the exact same chipset as you will get in the Pixel Fold. Which I think makes the 7a like an even better deal. The fact that it's got Tensor is just so good at that price. With the cameras. With all the other features. But the Pixel Fold, man. That price. I think it's just the price that's putting everybody off. But what can Google really do? What can they really do? I mean, I don't even see the price dropping that much. You might be able to get one second hand at a good price at some point, but I don't think the actual retail price will drop much at all. Just because they won't have the margin on it. I mean, they might just want to get rid of them at some point. Maybe they'll just have a fire sale like a Surface Duo at some point. But it's not looking great. Lo-Fi, welcome in. Yeah, Blam's lucky that he works there, for sure. Be interesting to know if Foxconn, who manufacture all Pixel devices, have manufactured the Fold, whether for this specific device Samsung has. A good question, actually. I mean, Samsung are going to be producing the screen. No doubt. I say no doubt. It might not be Samsung, but I'd be surprised if it was anybody else. It's just the manufacturing cost either way is too high, right? It's just too high. It's just too high. I just don't know what they could do to get the cost lower. I mean, they could... Obviously, it's easy to say, well, just lower the cost and produce more. But if they're definitely not going to sell, then is it really worth doing that? Because I kind of get the feeling that they're going to go all in with it next year. I think it's literally just to test the waters. Get a decent experience out. Get the software rolling. The software is the important thing because that's going to benefit the whole Android ecosystem. So I think we have to wait and see how that affects things. I mean, you've got things like the Find N2 from Oppo. And like this Android doesn't know how to handle it. It just doesn't know how to handle it. And it comes up with all sorts of issues with apps and whatever else. And I think having this sort of form factor from a Google device will start to sort of push things forward a little bit on the software front. I think that will really help quite a bit. Yeah, there's that as well. there's that as well. At least next year, if they go with a similar design for like the hinge and things, they can reuse it all. Maybe go for something a bit cheaper. But Tensor G3 is going to be the sticking point. Like, are we going to get the performance? Are we going to get the efficiency of something a little bit newer? You know? So I don't see these selling. I don't see the Pixel Fold selling very well at all. You're going to see YouTubers getting it. You're going to see some YouTubers very hyped about it. You're going to see Pixel fans very hyped about it that have got more money than sense. But I do think that we just need to see it as first gen, move on to next year, and then see if there's something a little bit more appealing for more people at a better price point next year. I think next year will be better. I think it'll be a lot better. The G3 will probably be a rebadged Exynos 2400. I mean, I don't see them as rebadged Exynoses. Exynos. I don't really see them as rebadged Exynos. They're using the same cores generally, and manufactured on the same process. But the way they're structured and the way the pipeline works, they do work differently. So we'll just have to wait and see what they do with that. I think Tensor G3 is the last sort of semi-custom one, right? And then G4 is going to be the first fully Google-made SoC, designed and everything, that's going to be made on TSMC. I think that's right. Is that right? That's what I think I've heard, anyway. Just don't think the full screen phone's ready yet tech-wise. It's all in its infancy. I have to disagree with that, to be honest, Jim, because using the Fold 4, using the Fold 3, I would have said yes, because the overall package just wasn't there. But that was more down to cameras, SoC, aspect ratios and whatnot, the overall design. Using the Fold 4, I have to say I really enjoyed using the Fold 4. Like, I really enjoyed using it a lot. It's a great phone. It really is. And I really enjoyed using that bigger screen. But it's going to come down to whether you feel you need that. It's still very niche. A lot of people are saying that, foldables are the future, and eventually we want foldables that are down at really cheap prices that everyone can buy, because everyone will want a fold. I don't think everyone's going to want a foldable. I don't think we ever get to a point where everyone wants a foldable. It's not beneficial to most people. I don't see what benefit it really brings other than that slightly bigger screen. G4 most likely may stay with Samsung foundries due to lower cost, but also much improved manufacturing. Well, their 3nm, Samsung's 3nm is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a lot better. It's supposed to be a lot better. So we'll have to wait and see what they actually do with that. And see what the yields are like, because you just never know with Samsung, do you? Grady in the house. Hello, mate. How we doing? Do you think Sony will ever do a foldable? If so, do you think they'll do a tablet style one first or a clamshell? I don't see them doing one. I don't see them doing one. Unless it made sense from a production standpoint. Like professional, like production level, production grade standpoint. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see them doing one. Because you need something that's functional that actually, you can't really do more with a foldable than you can with a slab phone. So when you look at like what they're trying to do with Xperia, they're really pushing limits in a lot of areas. And you can't really do that with a foldable. Like, what does that bring to the areas that Sony is focused on? Right? They're focused on professional tools, cameras, audio, all those kinds of things. What can you do with a foldable that you can't do with a slab phone? In that respect, you can probably do more with a slab phone. Is the screens for me the crease? To be honest, creases, when you're actually using the phone, you don't really notice it all that much. Like, I've got this at the minute. So I've got that at the minute, which I picked up about a week and a half ago, something like that. So I open this up. So looking at that. Try to get it in light so you can actually see it. There you go. There's the crease. So this actually has quite a reduced crease compared to some phones. And you can just sort of feel it when you go over it. Only just. The hinge on the Oppos is fantastic. It's fantastic. So it's just going to be a case of developing the hinges. The hinges are getting better and better, so we just have to wait and see how we go with that. Eventually, you'll get rid of a crease. The crease will go eventually, once they refine it. But that's the best that I've felt so far. Like, Samsung Galaxies aren't even close to that. I don't really know what the Pixel's like, but it looks very similar to a Galaxy Fold. Lo-fi, don't forget esports. Yeah, Sony are very much into the gaming stuff as well. Again, does a foldable really bring much to the game over a slab phone? Because they can do everything with an Xperia 1. We're going to be talking Xperia 1 in a second, but the gaming features on that look fantastic. The hardware is fantastic. They've got a gaming attachment for it. Would you really need anything else? Hi, everyone. I'm Blam, and I have a problem when it comes to phones. Well, welcome to the meeting. We're all in the same boat. I've also been talking about you already and mentioned that you've bought a Pixel 7a. Because Ibrahim brought it up in the chat and about it on the deal, the BT deal on Hot UK Deals, and I had to mention you. It just had to be done. So, yeah. Yeah, possibly. It just depends how it fits with their goals and what they're trying to do with their phones. I think, Grady. But we're gonna watch the announcement in a second. We're gonna watch the entire announcement. It's about 20 odd minutes, and we'll just go through it bit by bit and sort of see what's new with the Xperia 1 Mark V, because I actually think the 1 Mark V is a big deal. It's a big deal. Someone needs to start an AA group for us phone addicts. We should probably do that. I did see HTC launch a phone the other day. Didn't know they were still around. Well, they're still around, but it's not HTC as HTC before. It's kind of like how Nokia now is not the same Nokia from years gone by. It's basically a company that owns the company that uses the name and puts it onto a generic device and then says, hey, there's a new HTC. It's like Kodak or Nokia and whatever brand you can think of that had to sell up and disappear. And then they just slap the badge on something. So don't be thinking it's the HTC of old, because unfortunately it's not. It's a shame, but it's not. It's only an addiction when you still want Windows Phone back. I'm still dying from COVID, by the way, so please. Has the Sony already been announced? It has. It has. Believe me, it has. I've been watching every single video going this morning. We are watching the announcement, and I think we're going to watch it right now. Let's do it. Let's just do it, shall we? I'll probably pause it as we go through. Unless you'd rather just watch it all the way through. But it might just be easier for us to just watch it all the way through. Yeah, I sort of get that, man.
Hello, creativity lovers. Today, we bring you an exciting new Xperia announcement from our Sony Group headquarters here in Tokyo. Our vision of experiences beyond imagination for the dedicated and passionate is at the heart of Xperia's product development. In order to provide great experiences in video production, photography, music recording, and mobile games, we have collaborated with and received feedback from many creators in these fields to develop and advance our products. A key focus for us is on creation-centered smartphones. We want to expand your smartphone's creative potential for today's professionals and tomorrow's future creators. The product we are announcing today truly embodies these goals. First and foremost, the camera functions have significantly evolved to enable next-generation creation, never before possible with smartphones. In addition to speed, that uses our Alpha series-inspired technology, there are also cutting-edge advances in enabling detail and expressive power to deliver the best Xperia camera ever. And now, here it is. Next-gen sensor, next-gen imaging. Xperia 1 Mark V.
Take it easy, Jim. So the sensor is very interesting. It is not a 1-inch sensor. It is not a 1-inch sensor, as most people are thinking. X-More-T. Hey, Gen 2, baby. Gen 2. I did actually. I should have a look. It looks, I mean, it's just Xperia. You expect it to look, but it looks different.
At the core
like the
of
details.
the Xperia 1 Mark V's expressive
like you
power
can see the details
is
in the
its
back of it.
all-new X-More-T
Sort of like,
for mobile sensor.
almost like dimple.
Compared to the previous Xperia 1 series, we have increased the size of the sensor and added a 2-layer transistor pixel and supported by our original multi-shooting processor.
I don't think they've done a sensor like this before on a phone.
Precise detail and texture, even in the dark. This allows us to achieve a quality equivalent to the full-frame interchangeable lens camera by reducing noise to a minimum and the wide dynamic range. As shown in this example, we transcend into a new imaging world. along with a high sensitivity shooting experience. This new Xperia also saves you valuable time, reducing the needs for post-editing with the brand new S-Cineton for mobile.
That's pretty big.
Based on the version loved by professionals in our cinema line and the Alpha series, S-Cineton for mobile allows easy shooting with a cinematic feel. It produces impressively rich images with beautiful skin tones, free of post-editing. Also with AI depth that analyze distance information. Even distant subject can be clearly focused. Together with 4K HDR 120 frames per second video recording, inherited from previous models, this 1 series smartphone provides incomparable power to express your creativity. We asked content creator James Matthews to share his experience
I like James Matthews
with
stuff,
the
actually.
Xperia 1 Mark V.
His Xperia stuff before.
Here is
really
what
good.
he had to say.
Like the stuff he does with it is very impressive.
As a content creator, it's important to have as many creative options as possible. If I've got an idea in my mind, I want to be intentional with how I shoot it. My name's James Matthews. I'm a filmmaker and content creator based out of the UK. A lot of my work focuses on expressing a feeling to my audience. I want to create content that allows the viewer to feel an emotion, and how I shoot my scene is going to have a huge impact on my audience's reaction. I'm a huge fan of shooting with Xperia. It's given me so many creative options to tell a story, and with such amazing features, I now feel like I'm only limited by my own creative ideas. The naturally rendered skin tones and the insanely fast accurate autofocus has allowed me to shoot professional looking photos and video with all the technical work taken care of by the Xperia. It really allows me to focus on the actual content itself, which is really important to me as a content creator. The new Xperia 1 Mark V is a brand new next generation sensor, which is 2 times as sensitive as the previous Xperia 1 Mark IV. This allows me to shoot images in a much more dynamic lighting setup to create the exact atmosphere that I want from my shot. This level of professionalism simply hasn't been possible with previous smartphones. The image is clean with a very low level of noise and brings us just that one step closer to that full frame image quality that we all want to achieve.
Imagine if phones can get to
When
like
I was shooting
full frame
sunrise with the
quality,
Xperia 1 Mark
that'd be insane.
V, it was amazing to be able to have all of them details in both the highlights of the sunrise sky and also the dark shadows of the city. It's mind-blowing the level of detail and texture in the shot, even in them low light environments. I can even shoot beautiful images in any lighting condition, even at night. Especially when it comes to portraits, you can achieve a really high-end natural look, even with imperfect lighting. This is really impressive for me, as I haven't seen this quality displayed so naturally in a smartphone before. An important feature for me is the newly included S-Cineton colour profile. Having professional, natural looking colours straight out of the camera is a big part of why my work has its own character, and I couldn't be happier to see this feature added to Xperia. Having such a great image that doesn't require any colour grading is such a bonus for content creators like me, as S-Cineton for mobile has that perfect finished look as soon as you hit the record button. Another one of my favourite features on the Xperia is the ability to shoot 4K 120 frames per
120.
second. This allows me to play with time and really slow down those moments that I really want to focus on.
8K
And I love having that creative possibility.
4K 120.
I love the fact that it's got such an insanely fast and accurate autofocus, as well as features like object tracking and eye autofocus, thanks to the advanced AI. This means I can now shoot sharper and have more faith that my images are accurately focused, so I can focus on getting the perfect shot. Being able to express your own creative look is really simple on the Xperia. We can now select our favourite look from 6 built-in colour presets called Creative Look, which have been taken from the Alpha line. This means that you can now have a larger range of creative output to add to your image in both photo and video.
So those of you that don't like Xperia photos because they're a little not
When it comes to professional filmmaking, there are a few tools that are absolutely essential to getting the perfect shot. Having advanced video features in Videography Pro, like focus peaking to check our focus, along with histograms that accurately expose our shots, is an essential for shooting high quality videos. With so much content being shot in portrait mode, the Xperia now has a vertical user interface, so we can now shoot content easier in both portrait and landscape. With 3 different lenses, ultra-wide, wide and an optical telephoto zoom lens, we have so much creative flexibility to tell the perfect story with the Xperia. Having such a powerful portrait feature in this smartphone is a real game changer.
As you know, I'm a
and the
massive
fact that the
TikTok
Xperia
fan.
is so compact and lightweight, as well as
Massive.
water resistant, means that we can shoot at any time in any environment. It's like we've got a high-end alpha camera in our pocket at all times, and it's always with me.
What do you think? We are confident that the Xperia 1 Mark V will be a new creative partner for those seeking uncompromising, reliable quality. Xperia 1 Mark V will help true creators realize their dreams. The backbone of the powerful performance of the Xperia 1 Mark V camera is coupled with the latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 mobile platform along with our latest image sensor. Here to tell you more is Alex from Qualcomm.
Hey,
Alex,
Qualcomm.
the stage is yours.
Hello, everyone. Qualcomm Technologies and Sony have collaborated throughout the years to bring remarkable creativity to our consumers. And now, we've worked closely to bring premium experiences to Sony's new Xperia smartphone, the Xperia 1 Mark V. This new device is fueled by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 mobile platform, intelligently engineered with groundbreaking AI across the board. Combining this platform's superior performance and dedicated camera technologies with Sony's latest image sensor, the Xperia 1 Mark V next generation
quite a pairing.
professional quality photo and video capabilities are now in the palm of your hands.
Qualcomm.
Creators everywhere will be inspired by its power of expression and its promise of artistry. And we look forward to seeing them harness their creativity. Extraordinary camera performance is just one of the premium experiences provided by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. And now, users can capture memories or conquer adversaries from nearly anywhere with unparalleled 5G connectivity. We hope you will experience the best of Snapdragon on Sony's incredible new Xperia smartphone. Congratulations to the entire Sony Xperia team on this brilliant launch.
As our flagship model, it's also packed with many other unrivaled Sony's technology, such as audio and display functions.
Oh, unrivaled, right.
In addition to a new camera, with its next-gen sensor, the Xperia 1 Mark V features front stereo speakers, offering clearer
Upgraded.
and more realistic sound quality, thanks to a new speaker amplifier, plus a 4K HDR OLED 120Hz refresh rate display. The Xperia 1 Mark V allows you to take all your favorite to the next level in photography and beyond.
Believe in your own creativity.
I do want the vlog mode, I'm not gonna lie. And the grip.
Treading alone. Nothing can stop you.
The
The
sensor is a big
Xperia
deal.
1
though.
Mark
Sensor is a
V
big deal.
casts light into the darkness. Noiseless. Dynamic. Allowing you to capture the impossible.
I kind of like the approach they've gone for, to be honest.
Light your fire. Capture breathtaking emotions. Find your focus. Share every moment. With
30
your
FPS
friends.
burst. 30
And the
FPS
world.
burst. 30 photos a second burst. Holy shit.
Discover your vision. Colorful, dramatic, artistic.
That's insane.
Spark the flames of those around you.
Most cameras can't even do that.
Explore new worlds. Even in doubt, the Xperia 1 Mark V will be with you, ready for inspiration.
Is it your next gaming phone, this plan?
No matter when,
I know you've got your red magic light, but
no matter where. Find your
you're gonna like
voice.
what they're showing us second.
Find your sound. Unleash your creativity. Be bold.
You've already seen it live.
Be free. Trust yourself.
There you go.
Sharpen your senses. Hear like never before. Share your moments of triumph with the entire world.
That's how Blam celebrates when he wins a game of Wild Rift, or at least when he gets a
The
decent team.
Xperia 1 Mark V believes in your creativity. Open the door.
Just need them to bring it to the UK market now with the Xperia stream. So that's a lot of stuff.
The Xperia 1 Mark V
It is
is
packed.
also compatible with the Xperia Stream gaming gear. A multiport on the bottom of the device allows you to connect
Look at that.
a LAN cable, a HDMI cable, a 3.5mm audio jack, and USB Type-C connector without the cords interfering with handling. This
That's my
provides
capture
a
card.
more comfortable environment for gaming and live streaming, even over long extended periods of time, offering the pinnacle gaming experience.
Run that with HS Power
The
Control.
Xperia 1 Mark
And your
V
battery is
comes
gonna
in a
be
refreshed
pretty much
tactile
on
design
touch.
and is available in 3 colors: black,
I want that
platinum
green.
silver,
Oh
and
my
khaki
God.
green, with
But I know I'm only
shipment
gonna be able to
starting
get
from
black.
next month. But there is even more. The Xperia 10 Mark V. At Xperia, we are committed to high quality in audio, display, and camera experiences. And we want you to enjoy these experiences with greater ease. This smartphone is packed with a large battery in a lightweight body. It can play back movies non-stop
I
for
would like to
34
try
hours.
the 10.5
And
and compare
here
it to
it
like
is,
a Pixel
the
7a.
Xperia 10 Mark V.
It'd be a very
Non-stop
interesting
fun.
comparison.
Everywhere you go.
I've even looked what CPU this has got actually. Sorry, SoC. Oh, the green. Give me the green. I like that green. Oh, matching earphones. $695. Didn't it have that last year? It's disappointing.
The
You'd think it'd
Xperia
have
10
something
Mark
like
V
a
is
7 Gen
available
2 or something.
in 4
wouldn't it?
colors, and shipment will start from next month.
Next month? For everything?
Sony Group understands the need for the coexistence of creativity and sustainability.
Oh, mate, Ollie
This
Nelson
is the
videos.
driving purpose behind our global environmental
I think that was from his
plan
1.4
called Road
1.4 video,
to
but
Zero.
holy shit. I watched his
We
Mark V
strive
video
to
earlier.
achieve
quality.
zero environmental impact by 2050 As part of this effort, the Xperia 1 Mark V and Xperia 10 Mark V's packaging is plastic-free. It features our Sony-developed original blended material made from 100% recyclable paper materials. In addition, the body is partially made of Soplus, a recycled plastic that offers both sustainability and high performance, making it ideal for our new smartphones. We will continue to seek methods to minimize our impact on the environment.
That's the correct
We will
reaction
continue
to
to
the,
work
the
with
packaging.
you to build products and services for you that push and expand product evolution and innovative advances so as to provide experiences beyond imagination for the dedicated and passionate creator. Thank you for joining us today.
There you go.
A view that inspires me. Creativity only I can express. And that
all
moves
the
hearts.
things.
For my creative passion.
Xperia 1 Mark V.
Well. Actually, just going to quickly reshare that, because... So, there's a bunch of videos. I've watched a bunch of videos so far. I need to watch Icelandic Guy because his videos are pretty good. The CNET video was, as expected, terrible. Jason Vong, pretty short, but he's pretty good with Xperia stuff. Worth watching. What else we got? Juan's video was fantastic as well. TK's also got a very good one. James Matthews, that's his video. A lot of his stuff was used in that Xperia announcement as well. Very good. Piety Lambert, also very, very good. There's TK's. Solid video. I found Do. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. That video is very, very good as well. He does some very good stuff on there. I don't really agree with calling it a review because it's it's like an engineering sample, so it's not even what the public's going to be getting. So I don't see how it can be a review, but you know, some people want to go with calling it a review. So there's loads of videos on there, lots of like professional photographers, videographers, that sort of stuff that are trying them out, and there's some really impressive stuff in there. Really impressive stuff. But the sensor is the big game changer. I mean, they've not really done anything with the front cam, the ultra wide, the telephoto. They are basically the same as what we got on the 1 Mark IV last year. So it's the main sensor that's got the big upgrade, which, to be honest, is the one I want upgrading the most. But I'm at the point where I do want to see more on the telephoto. I want to see more on the telephoto because having used it's not a great sensor on the S23 Ultra, but at 10x, holy shit, like, it just gives you a whole different perspective. Especially for like wildlife photography and stuff, it's really, really good. So I would have liked to seen a bigger zoom in there, but I can understand why they're going with that sort of variable zoom and just keeping it a little bit neater. Maybe we'll get a sequel to the Pro I. That would be lovely. That'll pack that, maybe a 1-inch version of that sensor and a bunch of other stuff. That would be fantastic. They just go absolutely crazy with it. It'd be like $2,500 or something stupid, but I'd be all for it. So that's a state of play a bit. That's looking like it's coming out next month. I think Pixel Fold is next month as well, unless I'm wrong on that. So it's likely I'm going to get the Xperia 1 Mark V out of the two, because I get the feeling they're going to release at a very similar time, so I'll have to wait and see. I think that is what I think about the price. What, the Xperia? What is it? $1,499 or something? I'm not sure what the UK price is. I've not looked. Or should I say I've not seen. But I think for what you get with an Xperia, the fact of where it's manufactured and how few units they make, I think the price is fine. It's intended to be a niche product, you know. I don't have a problem with it, with the price of an Xperia, to be honest. We just talked Pixel Fold, Xperia 1 Mark V. We just watched the little presentation announcement that they did for it. So it'd be worth watching that back if you get a chance. But yeah, it's looking really good. I'll have it on day one, guys. I'll have it on day one. So that's the plan. I mean, I'm assuming that O2 is going to be stocking it. They usually do. But knowing my luck, it'll be like, oh no, we're not stocking it this year. So, all being well, I will have it day one, is what I will say. I'll change that. All being well, I'll have it day one. That's the intention. That's the intention. So, very, very hyped to get hold of that, because it's going to be my camera for YouTube, basically. 1299 on Sony Store free headphones. There we go. Which headphones is it? I don't think that's a bad price. Isn't that the same as last year? If that's the same as last year, I'm actually quite impressed. Delete that card. You've just looked at the 1.4, haven't you? Can't now. It's enshrined in YouTube history. Have you seen EE have started doing finance agreement phones? What, just like pay over, like, what, with no contract? I don't understand. Like no SIM or whatever. Kind of weird. Oh, do you mean like switch up, where you can just change phone whenever you want? Because I had noticed that. E's just a bit expensive, though. Yeah, one for the SIM, one for the handset, yeah. And separate payments. Like, O2 gives you, does separate payments for each, doesn't it? So, yeah, as soon as we get an announcement date, I'm going to get it pre-ordered. So, we'll see what that turns out to be. Most expensive in the UK. Yeah, EER, super expensive. But, you know, they're better quality as well. I think their network is better than O2's. O2 tends to be quite terrible in places. And even just down the road from me, if you get to a certain point down the road, usually when the traffic's quite busy, like, barely anything will load because it's just over capacity. The O2 just haven't invested in the infrastructure very well. So it could be a bit of a problem at times. But guys, I think that's just about it. But we do have just a slight announcement. It's nothing, you know, crazy. But like, we hit YouTube partner requirements today. And I've applied for partner. So big thank you to everybody that's supported me all this time. It's really appreciated. I wasn't expecting to get to YouTube Partner this quickly. I actually had it as my goal for the year. So we're not even halfway through the year. So that is just... It's just great. So I appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. Very, very much. I can't even say words. So, yeah, we'll have some more stuff going soon. Start to invest in things a little bit more. Thank you, man. Well, Ibrahim, man, you've been the amount of support you've given with like every video and sharing videos and everything else. Literally, you're probably one of the people that's helped the most. So I appreciate everything that you've done. I really do. So thank you again, man. He has best thing like, yeah, this is it. This is it, which means they can charge more. O2 just don't. They really don't. So it is $12.99 according to GSM Arena article, same as last year. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to be getting on contract. If it drops on normal price at some point, then maybe I'll get it by selling some other things. We'll see. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Right, I'm going to leave it there. We're going to get off. And yeah, just quickly there. O202. They do. It's just too congested. That's why everything just comes to a standstill. And it's a bit of a pain. And you see people complaining about it all the time on their comments and stuff on Facebook and wherever else. People get really frustrated. And they really need to do better with that. Right, I'm going to go and get some lunch and nip out. And maybe do a little bit of... shoot a little bit of something with the S23 Ultra. But until the next one, folks, I will see you soon with some more videos. I've got some more videos planned. Recording something this weekend. And yeah, we've got to try and do something for this little thing as well. We'll see how that goes. It's a nice little phone. So yeah. Right. Take it easy, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.